Okay, I'd like to talk about algebraic notation. This is a way to record your games on paper. So to start off, we need to tell you how the board is laid out. We have 64 squares, as you know, and the white square is always on your right. The white pieces should be on the first and second rank. Here's your first rank along here. Second rank is all these pawns. So here's your third rank, fourth up through 8th. So the black pieces sit on the 7th and 8th rank. Okay. Then you have files. This file here is A. So there's an A there, but if there are no rank and file letters and numbers, you know what is what. For instance, this square that this rook is sitting on is A1. So A through H. This is the H file. So if we find D4 square, find it in your mind. Okay, did you pick this one? D4 square. C3 is here. So I'm going to make a move, and what's going to happen is over here the computer tells you what the move is as if we wrote it. Okay, and then I'll show you what a blank scorecard looks like. So moving this pawn here, D4. Okay, D5. So in writing the pawn moves down, you don't actually write down P D4 for pawn D4. You just write the square that it goes to. Okay, for pieces, you do write the capital letter of the name of the piece. Bishop, B, capital B, F4. Okay, so let's just go here for example. E5. So the next one, let's go pawn takes E5, and how you write that is D takes E5. So where you're coming from, D takes E5. Okay, so let's try to get some more examples here. E takes F6. Over here, G takes F6. Okay, bishop takes C7. Queen takes C7. Okay, now I'm going to set up the initial position again and go over how en passant looks like. So let's go here. So now we're set up for an en passant situation. If this pawn or this pawn tries to pass with 2 squares, now this pawn has a right to take this pawn. How that's written is the same as if there was a pawn there. E takes D6. E file takes D6. Okay. No, what's that? Queen takes D6. Okay. There are 2 pieces that are the same as far as what letter they start with, the king and the knight. How you make a differentiation about that is the king is K, so I think it's black to move. So if we move this king, it's capital K H8. Okay, this knight, capital N. That's how you determine the difference between a king and a knight. The knights, you put a capital N, so that was knight G5. Let's go over castling. So I'm going to just set up some moves here to set up castling. Okay, so castling kingside is just 0-0 or O-O, capital O-O. So that's short side castling. Let's set it up for black to go queen side and show you how that works. Sorry. Okay. I'm just making some crazy moves so we can get this rolling. So we can get this rolling. Castling. Queen side is triple O, like that. O. Okay. Let's look at a check. A check would be a plus, so let's see if we can find a check somewhere. Some crazy check. Let's take this pawn in here. I'm just making a crazy move, okay? Okay, here's a crazy check. Queen takes H2. Check. So you put a plus there. See if we can even make a mate. I think this will be mate, won't it? Queen H1 mate. So you can put a number sign or a 2+ signs will work also. Number sign works good too. Now it's white to move. White can move either one of these knights to this square or to this square. So how do you write that down? Well, you first write down the knight, of course, capital N, and where it's coming from. You could write either F or B depending on what you're moving. So if you're moving this one, it's knight F to D2, just like that. Knight F D2. Let's see if we can go back. This will be knight B D2, right? Good. Alright, let's see. The rooks are the same way. If all of this was cleared out, and this rook can get to this square, and this rook can get to this square, you would write like rook A F1 or rook H F1. That way, when you go over your game again, you know which rook you should have moved. Okay, now let's look at something here. This will be pretty much a typical game card. So in the tournament, you can write your tournament name down, or sometimes these scorecards have this name already written for you. Then you write down the white player and the black player of the pieces, and you of course date and the round number. So your first round, of course, number 1. Easy. Okay, so your first move might be D4, so you write D4. Black may be going D5. Then you might move knight F3. So you would write this down. It takes practice to do this, really, but you get better at it as you go. Knight C6. So this represents the move. First move, second move, third move. What this is going to do for you, you can go back over your moves after the game. Go over the whole game. It will also help you to prove your case if you need to show the tournament director something. And it will even show your opponent what's going on if you have a question or need to clear something up. So there is that. Thank you for watching.